Don't Worry Darling is the sophomore film from Olivia Wilde starring Florence Pugh and Harry Styles. The film, as promising as it looked, turned out to be a huge disaster due to the behind-the-scenes drama as well as the back and forth between Shia LaBeouf and Olivia Wilde, as well as the alleged beef between Florence Pugh and Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles beginning a relationship during the filmmaking process, and of course the Venice Film Festival and how that turned out to be a disaster with everyone involved. Yeah, it was kind of a dumpster fire going into this movie. Everything about this film should give you an example of what not to do when promoting a film, because promotion of the film plays into the reception of the film. It doesn't matter if this is the Citizen Kane of our generation. If the promotion leading up to the movie is completely filled with negativity and backlash, then no one's going to pay attention to the film at all. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right down there so you don't miss out on any movies, short films that I make, as well as talking about movies and stuff. And also, make sure you watch our new award-winning second feature-length film, The Hollywood Dream. You can click right there to watch it right now. But yeah, let's get started. Let's talk about the issue between Olivia Wilde and Florence Pugh. Basically, when Shia LaBeouf backed out of the movie, Olivia Wilde was really trying heavily to get Shia back on the project, but the main leading actress was not comfortable with working with Shia LaBeouf, and this uncomfort level became even higher during rehearsals with Shia LaBeouf. So obviously, Florence Pugh brought that thing up with Olivia Wilde, and Olivia Wilde was pretty much gonna protect Florence Pugh, but at the same time, really wanted Shia LaBeouf to play in the movie. So there's a bit of a confliction going on right here. What ended up happening was that Shia LaBeouf decided to leave the project due to his own creative differences, but Olivia Wilde was pretty insistent on having Shia LaBeouf back, even though she knew Florence Pugh was not comfortable with Shia LaBeouf. And this was made even more apparent with the video that Olivia Wilde made and sent it to Shia LaBeouf. A really, really weird video. But yeah, this pretty much shows how the director was not trying to protect their actors. And that's a problem here. That's a big problem. And this whole director-actor protection thing is something I go more into when I made the video on David Dobrik and Jeff Wittek. You can click right there to watch that video. But pretty much it's the director's job, it's the producer's job to make sure that the actors and the crew is 100% safe in the filmmaking environment on set. But Olivia Wilde was not really taking Florence Pugh's uncomfort level with high priority. Olivia Wilde began dating Harry Styles during the filmmaking process or right before the filmmaking process of this movie, and this is another one of those things where it's not really professional at all. Because if you change the filmmaking environment and put it into like a 9-to-5 job environment, a boss beginning a relationship with their coworker is not really ethical, it is not really professional in that environment. So it shouldn't really be considered professional on the filmmaking environment. The director, producers, anyone that has power should not begin a relationship with someone that doesn't have power. Power differences really show there. As well as that, you're here to work. This is a work environment. You're here, you show up to start working. Of course, like with movies, actors that are in relationships prior to starting a project will be on the same project. I mean, that's okay, but it is a little fishy when two people meet for this project and begin a relationship during the project. On top of that, reports came out that I can't really verify that Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles would spend more time off set than making the movie, which would piss off Florence Pugh. If that's true, then that adds to the unprofessionalism right here. Now, PR and promoting the film that actually helps the film. Now, let's take it back to the Venice Film Festival where the movie was first screened. I think first screened, I could be wrong. But that was where all of the cast appeared after the whole Olivia Wilde, Shia LaBeouf back and forth going on. I mean, we've all seen it. It was a disaster. For whatever reason, every few minutes there was something coming out about the cast of Don't Worry Darling getting into some controversy. We can talk about the Harry Styles and Chris Pine situation where apparently, allegedly, Harry Styles spat on Chris Pine, but I mean, who knows if he actually spit on him or whatnot. There's also the awful, completely awful interview that Harry Styles and Chris Pine did where Harry Styles said this.
You know, my favorite thing about the movie is like it feels like a movie. It feels like a real, like, you know, go to the theater, film, movie, that, you know, you kind of, the reason why you go.
Again, doesn't help with the promoting of the film. So yeah, all of that pretty much distracted people from the actual quality of Don't Worry Darling. Now yes, Don't Worry Darling has its issues as a film, but for the most part, it is a relatively well movie. You can give it a 3 out of 5 stars or whatever, you know what I mean? But most people were more focused on the drama behind it. The drama, the allegations, the unsafe work environment, meaning the director, Olivia Wilde, not really considering Florence Pugh's concerns with high priority. That's unsafe work environment right there. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes of the movie that overshadows the actual movie. Now let's talk about Olivia Wilde as a director. Now don't get me wrong, people may not like her for her behavior, for what she's done so far, but let's not forget about the fact that it is pretty amazing how this is a second-time female director with that high of a budget making a movie that's this well known. On top of that, she is a pretty promising director. Booksmart was really, really good. Don't Worry Darling had potential to be really, really good. It's going to be interesting to see what she does in her third film. So, Olivia Wilde as a director is really, really good. But as a person, she has to remove this ego mentality, this savior complex inside of her. Because that's what started this whole mess. It started with that Variety interview where she was pretty much claiming to be the superhero here, claiming to be a feminist hero regarding to protecting Olivia Wilde and firing Shia LaBeouf for his abuse allegations. And then Shia LaBeouf, in response, came out and said, well, no, I didn't get fired for that. I actually left the project due to these reasons. And Shia LaBeouf bringing proof of Olivia Wilde wanting Shia LaBeouf to come back on the project damaged Olivia Wilde's reputation a little bit. So she really cannot be diving into controversy, being in deep water, especially during the promotion run of her new movie, because a lot of people will pay attention to that instead of the movie itself. And that's the problem here, because you could have made one of the greatest movies of the year, but people won't pay attention to the movie if they're more focused on the drama behind it, you know what I mean? PR, promotion of your movie is very, very crucial for the success of your movie. You cannot be surrounded in controversy and expect people to watch the movie separating that from the controversy. There is a famous saying where you remove the artist from the art when it comes to a really, really bad artist and the art. But that's not true in every single context. Harvey Weinstein, for example, or Kevin Spacey, where they've done things that is really, really cruel and awful in terms of their actions hurting real people. That's a scenario where you cannot remove the artist from the art. But other people like for example Kanye West, who has pretty much been a controversial figure due to his views on the world and politics, that is an example where you can remove the artist from the art, because that's a situation where he's not actually hurting someone. He's not actually doing anything illegal. He is just expressing his views. And Olivia Wilde isn't Harvey Weinstein or Kevin Spacey, isn't Kanye West, but she just needs to remove the ego and promote the film and accept where she's in the wrong. Because Olivia Wilde is a promising director. There's no denying that. Booksmart is a really good movie. Don't Worry Darling had potential to be a very, very good movie. But all the controversy, all the drama behind the movie led to the negative reception of the movie itself.
You are watching a master